This is a mistake, and that card is wrong. There's something really wrong there. So I'm just telling you, I'm just telling you. I know what it costs. I know what we sold it to him for. So I know that there's no way.
So does that mean you're taking the bus home?
I didn't make the mistake, okay?
Okay.
All right? It's not my thing. I've already done my part.
The error is in your favor, everyone.
Yeah,
so just
I
jump
did my
in.
part. I'm just telling you, it just really doesn't make sense.
Well, all your pieces are so amazing. You consider you're getting all genuine gemstones. These are rare finds. These are items you're not going to find in a commercial jewelry store. They're not going to be there at the mall when you go shopping next Sunday. If you're looking for something brand new, another brand new mine find. This is the gold matrix turquoise jewelry. We've got a station necklace for you available, as well as a beautiful pair of earrings. They're all here today on interest-free monthly payments, so very affordable. And what I love is that we haven't seen a lot of these sort of station necklace designs, a very fashion-forward, kind of modern, contemporary look that you can adjust as well. It's 18 inches in length, and you can use it up to a nearly 3-inch extender here. But tell us about the gold matrix turquoise. Have you ever done anything like this?
No, I haven't. And here's the thing with this, and this is what's really kind of cool. And I'm excited about this. Okay, I'm excited about the material. I didn't do this design. You know, this was done by one of we design everything in-house. We don't go I don't buy designs from people. I don't buy finished product from people. We do everything from scratch. But this is one of my other designers, one of my fairly more young. They think I'm an old fogey. I don't know why, but you can tell my designs, and you can tell not. I love this. I think it's very contemporary. I think it's very classic. I think this is a great thing that you design as far as a look where you could dress up with it, you could dress down with it. I mean, it's just an overall great look. I love it on the. You can see the size on the neckline. Another thing, the adjustability of this, but what really makes it I believe, is the rough material. This is a very special, very unique turquoise. It's brand new. We just released it, okay? It's just now being released in our line. Everybody's just getting a look at it. I'm not really worried about it. This is one of the ones, Sarah knows this for a fact, right? They wanted us to, they said, look, what we want to do is we want they brought an HSN camera crew to Tucson. And they said, you know, Jay, what we'd like you to do is we'd like you to introduce us to the miners so that we could take pictures. And they gave me a whole list, right, of different materials. And I said, well, unfortunately, all of these, and it was mainly all the turquoises, I said, you won't find any of this in Tucson at the gem show. This is all, we're buying this directly from the mines, but they don't even come to the Tucson Gem Show. So that in itself, do you know how rare that is? Usually, if you can't find it at Tucson Gem Show, it doesn't exist. So I'm telling you that because that's the truth. This is that rare. I mean, it's that exclusive. This is not on the commercial market
the blue.
Whatsoever. It's not on the commercial market. Look at this high blue, and this is not enhanced. It's not, there's no treatment done to it. They're stabilized, so they'll stay that color, but there's nothing that changes the color. I have never, ever.
You can see those little flecks of gold. It almost looks like a little bit of a caramel or a honey color.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Like the matrix on this, you just don't see that color of matrix. There's nothing that I have that has a gold matrix. Now, you can see here, like, not all the cabs are going to have the gold matrix, and that's even, well, it's even, you have to cut, like, kind of a bigger piece so that you can actually see a lot of the matrix. Like there, do you see on one side? Now flip that over.
Yeah, and that's one thing.
An experiment. Flip that over.
I'm glad that you pointed that out because they're actually completely reversible. So there is no
if you flip
front
it over,
or back.
You know, the other side can look totally, you see that side looks one way, the other side looks like, now they're blue, this actually has matrix on both sides. Sometimes it'll have matrix on one side and not on the other side. But that is indicative, you know why? Because it's genuine, it's the natural material.
So
right?
pretty.
It's not man-made.
Let's go to the phones. Let's say hi to Valerie in Massachusetts. Valerie, thanks so much for waiting. You're live with Sarah. Say hi to Jay King.
Hi, Jay.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You know what? I'm doing fantastic, and it's been a wonderful show. And these 2 hours look like they're flying by. So, but it's been fun.
They are flying by, and I have to tell you, it's a pleasure and a privilege to speak with you, because I am a J. King addict.
Oh.
Even a stalker.
I don't know whether that's good or bad, but hopefully it's a good thing.
It's a great thing because I'm a gardener, so
cool.
I grow flowers, but I love anything that comes from the earth, and you help me afford all the stones and pieces that adorn me.
Well, thank you.
So I thank you for that. I kill myself every time you come on because I don't seem to have a limit. But are you still on with me?
Yes,
Yeah, we're listening.
Okay. One of the things that I love so much about your organization is all the people back in Albuquerque who help support you.
Right.
And I have to give a huge shout out to both Jill and Jen, who are, I feel like they're my insider ladies because they help me with any problems if I have one. And it's just such a pleasure to do business with you.
You know, Valerie, thank you so much.
Thank you, Valerie.
But-
Nice to hear from you.
But thanks for sharing that, Valerie, because do you know, in Jill and Jennifer, the thing is truly, okay, we're not interested just in selling you and then forgetting about you, okay? You can always be assured of that. And you know, you can always go, if you ever have a problem, just so you know, you can deal directly with us by just going to J. King Cares for your problems. Any issues, or if you got a question or something, go to J. King Cares. It will tell you how you can communicate with us, how to, and let's say a stone popped out, or you have something and you have something you love, anything we can do. I'm not saying we can help you with, you know, that we can solve everything. A lot of times, maybe we don't have the material anymore, but we'll always go. And everybody, the family, the Mind Finds family, we're always there for you to help you out.
Wonderful customer service, and that's what we love about J. King, bringing us the best of the best here at HSN for over